Hey peeps, what's up? Turn-based Nanashi here, coming in with another turn-based game today. It is all about Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden in 2023. This game was released in December 4th, 2018. So, I'm very dang late, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. This game starts you off with two characters, Borman and Dux, whom are mutants on their way back home called the Ark. They are given a mission from the Elder who is in charge of the Ark to go find a guy named Halman. Halman is out looking for something and the Ark needs him in order to survive. He's pretty much like the engineer. This is a post-apocalyptic world. Most of humanity died off from a sickness. Standard features in our beautiful turn-based game: 2 actions per character with a handful of abilities per character. You get 8 abilities called mutations, and 4 stat increases, usually being between health and movement range, or an increase in chance of critical damage. For Mutant Year Zero, there are 5 playable characters. You will be playing in squads of 3, 12 enemy types with 3 bosses. I do love me some variety, cause that got some good flavor. Let's start with things I like. This game did really well at making me think of which characters I need per situation I'm having problems in. For example, when dealing with machines, certain characters have abilities that disable or even take control of machines. Then there are abilities that stun and hold living beings from, moving and stuff like that. You can even take control over some of those people. So having to switch up my team per situation was a very fun thing to do. So this was the first game to make me feel that way. Even though I wouldn't mind having, a favorite team to just go about every situation, I appreciated it this way. You can completely change up who's holding which weapons, but some are pretty direct. For example, Dux is pretty much a long-range character while Borman is more close range. But you can give Dux close range weapons and Borman long range weapons if you really want to for some reason. But, you'd rather their abilities go better with, Dux's abilities go better with long range, Borman's abilities go better with close range. Ability use was really fun in this game. Graphics are pretty good. Dialogue is okay. There are some fun ones. I found myself dying plenty of times in certain situations and then changing out my squad and then getting past those same encounters with like medium to low difficulty. The weapon upgrades were pretty okay, nothing too awesome, but nothing crappy. The atmosphere of this game is so nice. Walking by such a dead place, but it looks so beautiful. Like it has really good scenery. Now, stuff I don't like, which is too much. No customization aside from the armor or hats that you find that increase your stats. That look really horrible, I'm not gonna lie. What is this? I can't help it. I like customizations. I mean, really, some of these things look ridiculous to wear, but it has its useful stats. What is this? I don't like that. Then for armor, there are like only 4 types. Boss battles didn't really feel like boss battles. They were stronger or more annoying than the regular goons, but it didn't make me feel like a boss. It didn't feel like a boss battle to me. The story is very average. The deeper you get into the story, the more you don't trust anything the Elder has told you, like saying all the humans are dead and that there is no life outside of the Ark. But Halman is looking for a place called Eden, where there are supposedly more humans, more mutants, more life, more all things. Nothing stood out to me as a super interesting part of the story. I mean, there were some minor moments, but they really became nothing. For example, there are these huge machines that you don't fight, but you do find throughout the wasteland. And there's always this little talk of like, oh, well, these were here before everything went to crap, and you find out where they come from, but no one's there. It's an empty place. People are dead, which that place was Eden. Eden is empty, and you find out how Borman and Dux and the other mutants came to be, and that's about it. You go on this journey to find more life because Halman believes in it, but there is no more life. I don't know, that felt like a build-up for nothing. because again, as you're playing, when you start off, they trust the elder and everything he says, but the deeper the story gets, the less you trust him, and then he's hiding, I guess, the origin of Dux and Borman and the other mutants, and claimed that there is no life. But he was right. There was no life outside of the Ark. And then holding the information on how the mutants came to be, I mean, I really didn't care. If he had told them from an early age how they were created in a lab, and then he stole them and broke out, like, I would assume that they would be grateful if he told them that when they were younger. Like, hey guys, y'all were created by humans and I took y'all away from that and I raised you as my own. It was like, that's not a, you know, like, that's easy. That's not a big deal to me. Now, if Borman and Dux had a previous loving family, and then the elder killed that family and stole them as babies, then yeah, I'd understand that would be a secret. Most definitely. Enemies don't respawn, so after you cleared an area, it's just cleared, or cleared a location, it's just cleared forever. I did not like that. I wanted to grind for a little before moving on to the next area. And if you tell yourself, you know, you wouldn't mind enemies not respawning because you wouldn't want to deal with them again. Enemies are level capped at certain locations. So if you finish a level 10 location, you're probably coming out level 15. I mean, if you just go back, let's say for example if they respawn, if you just go back, you're just gonna mop the floor with all those enemies or sneak past them. But even on top of that, you don't need to go back to that location. You can fast travel home. You can fast travel anywhere you've already been to. The benefit of having them respawn is grinding up your levels. I think that would have been a better addition to this game. So they should have definitely respawned after leaving those locations. Man, this game was decently fun. You get to roam and put your characters in certain spots, or surround the enemy or get height advantages before the fight starts. I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed that. But damn, this game is short AF. Boy, that sucks. Showgunners was around 14 hours, and then I played again for 8 hours. Now I put 21 hours onto that, and it was about $20. And the world of Showgunners felt full. It had puzzles, ambushes, signing autographs. It was a lot of fun for it to be so short. This game, however, I finished it in 18 hours, but that's because I left it on pause for hours while I went out and did stuff. The average time it takes to finish this game is around 13 hours. There is nothing to do after the game ends. You can free roam and, you know, get, I guess, salvage more items, but there's no point in upgrading because there's nothing left to fight. Maybe if you skip some enemies along the way, but if you go back to fight them, you're just gonna breeze through them, and I don't even think you can like actually skip the enemies like that. But I bought the DLC, most definitely, because I wanted more, because this game was a bit too short and the story did not feel enough for me. The DLC was really good to get some extra story. You get another boss and a new character. Now the DLC, Seeds of Evil, with that the game felt complete. Me personally, if the game had started off with the DLC in the story, then it would have been a lot better. The ending without the DLC just feels flat, and it needs more of a kick. The DLC extended what happens after the main story, ending it so that the story feels good. 18 hours, I mean 13 hours you could say, is just not enough for me to buy a turn-based game. Now you can say that Showrunners is just 1 hour more, but it's like, I would rather replay Showgunners 3 times, most definitely, I actually might do that, than to play this game 1 more time. There's just nothing I can do with that. So I felt as if I did waste a bit of money. Thankfully, I bought it on PlayStation for sale. It was on sale for $5. This game has a flat story, not the best gameplay, no cutscenes. The story was pretty much told in slides. Bit too short of a game again. The characters didn't really grow on me. It was fun to hear them talk to each other, but they just don't grow on you much. I mean, they kind of just talk about small things. No enemies respawning, so there's no grinding, which could have added more game time played. No replay value. If you were to buy this game on Steam today, it would cost you 34 bucks for the standard version, 45 bucks with the DLC, and then 50 bucks for like wallpaper and whatever have you. Now, if you were to buy it on PlayStation, there's currently a sale for it for $17.99, but aside from that, originally it's about 34 bucks. Honestly, that's just too much for me. I would have been pissed if I had bought this game for either one of those prices, because I have absolutely no intentions of going back to play this game. So honestly, I'll have to rate this game a 5 out of 10. It is just straight average, man. The DLC makes it a little bit of fun, but it only gives you a plus 2 hours, and then you're back to free roaming nothing. So far, this is my least favorite played turn-based game. Don't buy this game. I've seen reviews on GameSpot. They rate it like a 9 out of 10, saying it's a superb tactical combat campaign that you shouldn't let sneak past you. Game Reactor, we found ourselves scouring every combat encounter. PC Gamer, Mutant Year Zero is a tense, absorbing, and atmospheric new member of the XCOM family. No, it is not. No, it is not. This game is bad. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you were to buy this game for, let's say, for example, you missed the sale. You bought this game with DLC, you're paying 50 bucks. You're paying 50 bucks for a 13, well, plus the DLC. You're playing it for 15 hours. That's it. Replaying this game doesn't really give you anything unless you're, I don't know, absolutely crazy in love with this game, but you'll definitely have to start back from zero. There's nothing new you can do when doing a new play. You can probably make different, well, you can't even, I would say, upgrade your abilities differently. It's only one way to upgrade your, only one building way you can upgrade your characters. So it's not like you have different ways of building the characters per level up. No, there's only one way of building them. Yes, you can choose one ability versus the other ability and then come back to the other ability when you have enough points, but it's not gonna give you a very different sensation. Don't get this game. Now, the creators of this are making a new game called Miasma Chronicles, and I have my eyes on that game. You see, this company has a formula, and I really like that formula. In this game, it just wasn't executed right, and I really do have a lot of faith in their next game that they'll bring that formula, they'll bring the love to that game. That's what I really believe in, so I am definitely looking forward to their newest game. Do not buy this game, Mutant Year Zero. If you want to play a game like Mutant Year Zero, then just put your money towards their next game, Miasma Chronicles. Let's go ahead and get that game. This one, however, this is a bad game. This is very bad of a game. It was fun, I guess. Like, some of the situations were fun, but I felt as if this game doesn't branch itself out from other turn-based games. There's a lot of other turn-based games I will have fun with, but they have better stories, they have better characters, they have better development, they have better cutscenes. So yeah, I love turn-based games, so I'm gonna love turn-based combat. Mutant Zero has turn-based combat, but don't waste your money. Do not waste your time on this game. If anyone tells you this game was a 9 out of 10 like GameSpot or 8 out of 10 like Game Reactor, nah, bro. That's not happening. That's not happening. This game is very average at best. Do not get this game. Save your money. Put it towards Miasma Chronicles, because that game we have a lot of faith in. If you reached the end of this video, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. We have more reviews coming. Check out our skits as well. With that being said, peace out, peeps.